What's going on, Chad?
Salute, sir. What's going on, man?
So I got some things cooking here. All right, I invited you again for a part two. For those people who are unfamiliar with the title, thumbnail, this kind of stream, we had one a couple weeks back, maybe a few weeks now. There was a YouTuber by the name of Constantino's Points, who's now a friend to the channel, as I watch my own ad. He had a video talking about how all of his American Express cards were canceled, and there were some issues in that, and maybe he had authorized users without social security numbers, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe American Express was justified, but the main thing was nobody knew what happened. It happened. All of his cards were canceled, and then we got on a podcast together to mention, like, what's going on here? Amex is being very weird. There's a lot of odd things happening, and we're just trying to get to the bottom of what's going on. So we eventually found out what happened there. But now, a few weeks later, we have found some more weirdness going on with American Express. And what's going on, Luke? How's it going, man? So I got a few bullet points here because I got some bones to pick with American Express. They've been great to me, but I feel remiss if I didn't bring this up to the people and just things that I'm acknowledging and seeing in the world. So I appreciate you, Chad, for being here with this and adding your insight and everything.
My absolute pleasure.
Okay, so Mark is not going to be here, unfortunately. It's just a thumbnail to get people in. But the reason he is on the thumbnail is because we are reacting a little bit to his video. So for those of you who did not watch, Mark Reese, you know, I would say he's probably a, I don't know, veteran credit card YouTuber at this point. He put out a video a couple days ago talking about how American Express sign-up bonuses are basically changing forever. And in that video, the main point of it was that he tried to hit a sign-up bonus on his card, and he paid his tax bill with it, like a lot of us in the American Express world or any credit cards. But we're trying to hit our sign-up bonuses, or we're trying to hit our retention offers to get those bonuses, and we are using our tax payments at the end of the year or our quarterly payments, right? But now, what American Express has stated to him, because once he actually hit that threshold for the sign-up bonus, they said, "Oh, you didn't get the sign-up bonus. You didn't hit the spend yet." And what he ended up prying and finding out was that now tax payments are considered, I guess, cash equivalents, which I think they always were. But now those do not count towards sign-up bonuses, and I believe retention offers as well. But we have no data points on that specifically. So yet another thing going on in the American Express world that's causing some turmoil. And I feel like I'm the only one that's like really upset about it because I just hit a sign-up bonus on my Delta business card with tax payments. I literally just, that was it. Hit the tax payment and I got the sign-up bonus. I didn't put any other spend on it. My Amex Platinum retention offer last year, same thing. Tax payments, got the retention offer. Now that avenue is no longer afforded to me. Just at face value, Chad, what do you think?
Oh, so sorry. Sorry, I worked last night. I think that there is definitely something going on with Amex because their behavior as of late and some of the tactics that they've been using, they've been throwing cash at really trying to what I ostensibly think is to maintain the value of their MR points. So with the with what happened with Constantino, the rash of pop-up jail sentences. And by the way, somebody noted in the chat to have a moment of silence for those in pop-up jail. Bless them. I feel like really underneath it all is to maintain their value because something tells me in my forward-thinking mind that they have a move that they're going to make, that they're trying to shore up some sort of exclusive, like they're trying to corral people into a certain behavior for something that they're going to do. Now, as far as this tax thing, that's stupid. And the reason that's stupid is because it's not like anybody's using their Amex card to pay the government directly. You get what I mean? The government is a vendor. You have an intermediary. I don't know what the companies are, but you have these companies that offer other services. And really, yeah, you can call it a cash equivalent, but it can basically be a payment facilitation. It's almost like them not giving you points if you use your credit card to go through a payment processor to pay your electric bill. Like in Florida, I have Florida Power and Light, right? I can't pay them directly. They have a company that handles that. So if I pay my light bill with my card, I still get the points.
Hmm.
You know what I it's the same exact thing. These are payment facilitators that are ushering your money for a fee. Now, if they were doing it for free, I get it. But they're providing a service for a fee, whatever percentage fee that they have. So I don't know where Amex is. This last term is not making any sense. And then the fact that when I watched this video, they took the first payment and
Hmm.
then that the second one didn't count. So it's like somebody's kind of shooting from the hip on that one.
Yeah, and I would hate to speak so kind of abruptly without having a million data points, but this was his experience, and it seems as if like yes, that maybe the first payment, some time went by, and something switched, and this is like a new thing that American Express is adding. Because literally, my sign up bonus, my tax payment that went towards the sign up bonus was maybe 2 months ago, maybe less. It was probably around there, a month and a half ago. So it's very recent for sure. And along with that, um, which you brought up some great points. Not only is this the only weirdness going on, we are not only reacting to Mark Reese and tax payments because that might be not that big of a deal. People will figure it out. It's not everyone's paying their taxes. Most of the time, people are owed taxes, right? So what has happened also, and notice in our Discord, the venture capital Discord, we've all been talking about how. Well, I noticed yesterday when I went to refer my Hilton Honors card because I noticed my thing broke, my link broke, and I went into my app, my American Express app. I said, let me just try to refer. Maybe the link broke. I went in there. All of the rest of my referral links were completely gone. The only ones that were available were the Amex Gold, the Delta Business Card, and my Charles Schwab, which you can't even refer anyway. So they took away my Hilton, they took away my Amex Gold card referral links. Now I get that this does happen cyclically. This does, every 3 to 6 months, you might have a referral taken away, but I haven't seen it on such a great scale. I mean, I've had Hilton cards for years. Never was that taken away from me. Never did I have my Amex Gold card taken away from me. And then also subsequently, a lot of people in the Discord also had their Hilton cards revoked. So what does that mean? Like, well, what else are we supposed to think other than maybe they're seeing some things that we're not in the economy, and they're trying to save some, or maybe they're just overhauling things. Who knows?
Yeah, I remember when we talked about Constantino's situation, and that really was very unsettling because there was no warning whatsoever. They basically would just like we're taking everything.
Hmm.
Um, this though, these new behaviors that they have, I still, and I'm going to stand on the on my premise that I feel as though they are a harbinger to something that's coming up. I
Hmm.
mean, who knows? We could be getting another Amex Platinum annual fee increase. You know,
Hmm.
and there's the Apple Card business that they may or may not be taking. A lot of the times in these corporate situations, they will prepare for an if as though it were reality. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So I honestly I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it, but I know it's a bit disturbing. And when I watched the video, I thought that was messed up because if they took it before on the same exact account, they should have took it then. Even if they changed the policy, grandfather it in.
Hmm.
That's the account.
And I haven't been in the game as long as you or some of the other people in the community, but I was there for the price increase from the 550 annual fee on the platinum to 695. I remember having referral links at that time. I don't remember any other weirdness. I wasn't in pop up jail, so it's like, well, I just try to think what other measures. It would be nice to hear if maybe someone has even, maybe they've had platinums for 10 years plus, and maybe they've seen this before. And maybe we're just kind of shooting a little bit blind. But I thought that was just very strangely weird because I get that it's cyclical, but not all at once like this, and not a lot of other people as well.
Yeah,
And plus, like you said, I mean, it is true. Like some of these companies who are, trying to save money, they will, like you said, in an if scenario, they will try to cover their backs as best as possible.
yeah,
Um, like Tesla disallowing people to buy Model 3 long range because maybe they're revamping a certain part of the production, of the car. Um, One other thing I noticed too, which was by a good friend, Wandering Doc, is he's a good friend of the channel, and he's in the Discord as well. He was also on a live with me. He mentioned today that he got an email, and I think he got a letter sent to his home, stating that uh, I guess just a broad message to him directly because he was in the military, but I guess a broad message to all military members is that when you leave the military, 3 months after, so they have a direct out timeline now. 3 months after you leave the military, they are no longer paying your annual fees on your platinums, your gold cards, etc. Which we've known in the past. I mean, he's told me. I think I don't have any direct data point on it, but I think they've said for like 6 months to a year that they've paid it off. But now it seems to be shortened, and now they have a direct timeline. Like, oh, now it's only 3 months. Like they're really trying to tighten down on as much as possible.
Yeah, because operating because really the law that allows him to do that is the SCRA.
Mm,
When I first started my YouTube, I actually looked up the SCRA for military members to show them some of the benefits and perks that they get
mm,
uh, being active military. And most credit card companies, the law that allows them to do that is the SCRA because it gives them the option to forgive annual fees. Now, they definitely were allowing when you went from active to reserve and or active out, they were allowing more. But I think that this just goes to speak to the rest of their behavior where they're contracting within allowable limits
yeah.
to reduce exposure. So this too falls into the same category as Amex's other behaviors that are really kind of throwing me off. I really feel like they got something coming, and they're trying to circle the wagons.
Mm,
That's why there's the randomness to it. Like Stan the Credit Frog, he's in the chat and he said that he has all of his referral links, but I mean he says he doesn't get very many. I would assume that that is referrals, but I have all my referral links as well. All of them are there. I don't have
mm,
any targeted super great special ones, but mine are there. So this kind of harem scarum thing that they got going on, it's a
mm,
little unsettling, but it just it just activates all my old juices from when I used to work in a prison, so it
mhm,
all my old juices. Like you kind of pick up the wind, and you
mm.
kind of smell what's coming on the wind by putting little things together.
Mhm. And we haven't seen this with any other company. There's a reason we've had 3 different lives all associated with American Express and all these changes. First, canceling his cards, pop-up jails, now a few other things. One thing that I brought up, which I wanna ask you in a moment, is, one thing that I think is very little talked about in the credit card world, the credit card community, is how well these businesses are actually doing. I mean, these banks aren't necessarily forever. They've been around for forever, but some of these banks are fairly young. I mean, even Chad, you're older than Capital One, right? It's like,
Yep,
so you've been around longer than some of these banks, right? Not to,
damn.
you look amazing, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You have socks older than Capital One. Let's be honest. But
But
but I say that to say is like a lot of people, like me and you, we kind of come a little bit from the stock world where we're doing like balance sheets and we're trying to see how much cash do they have in reserves, what's their net profit margin, all these things. How does the business actually operate? But I notice like nobody really thinks about it in the credit card world because I guess there's not an inherent huge risk. I just think like, hey, I was looking at American Express's earnings recently. I just did a quick little thing and I noticed that from last year to this year, they've actually had an uptick in their revenue, but their net margins have dropped. So they've made a little less money per revenue that they've gained. And I'm like, it seems they've upticked a little bit in the last quarter, and their EPS and their net margins have gone up a little bit. So I'm like, I wonder if it was just these little levers that they're playing. I don't know how big of a push the credit card division is, but maybe like this is what I want to ask you. Last time you theorized, hey, maybe American Express gave out way too many cards to people and maybe these are people that are using the credits but they're not swiping the card, they're not getting money on those interchange fees. So and you theorized last time like, hey, maybe they're just trying to make things way harder for people, the pop-up jails, de-incentivize people to get their cards, which means you're going to allow the people that have high spend to get the cards to get more interchange fees, etc. But maybe you have other insights.
well, it looks like here, and I'm looking in the chat. Some people are saying that basically, to preface what they're saying is that in the grand scheme of things, the stuff that Amex is doing,
Hmm.
they're saying it's not really an indicator of anything but just cyclical house cleaning.
Yeah.
Um, Luke's points and Miles points out. Keith S says Amex is a $130 billion company. Everything that is being discussed aren't even rounding errors for them.
Hmm.
So there is a consensus in the chat that in the global purview, these are they're so small as almost to be considered isolated events
Okay.
because
Yeah.
our chasm, 10 people is a significant number. But that's what they're saying, and these are people who
Hmm.
I understand invest a lot.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, that's what it is. Me personally, I'm gonna take my little macro view, my little credit card community view. I still think something's coming up because that's just me, and maybe it's my conspiratorial mindset. But yeah, we got a little bit of consensus. We got some people who,
Okay. So if
you know,
that's true, that's great. I hope so. I just like to think of things, not necessarily like a. It's not a fear thing. It's just when I invest in companies, this is how my brain works. I like to look at the in and outs, where's the profit coming from, et cetera, et cetera. American Express, I never actually looked into, so I don't know how they make majority of their money. But that I hope so. You know.
oh well, with that case, with their closed loop system, with them being the issuer
Hmm.
and bank, their closed loop system allows them to get a lot of money based on the spend that their members use. Even considering the rewards that they offer, they still make billions off of those rewards, unused points,
Yeah.
accrue. American Express makes money like because they're the bank. They have the subsidies from the government as acting as a national association bank,
Hmm.
same kind that Chase does. The only thing is like I said, with their closed loop system, they also get the money from the payment processing. That's why they can afford to charge more than everybody else. But
Yeah.
yeah, money. American Express is flush. They're making money.
They're printing.
Uh, how are they doing it? Speaking to your operating margins, it's all about what they're doing with it because the revenue is there. It's coming. We had a record high amount of platinum applications
Oh.
2022. If it's 2023 now and 2022, they had a
Really?
record number new platinum holders. They're aiming at a younger demographic. So
Hmm.
before, instead of the stodgy country club crowd, if you've been in the Amex Centurion Lounge, there are a lot of people my age and much younger, a lot of 20 somethings, a lot of 30 somethings. They're getting these cards and they're holding them.
Hmm.
So Amex has they have a revenue stream from the annual fees, but that is greatly offset by the partnerships that they have with all the vendors that makes the platinum card the coupon book that it is, but they're still making their money off interchange.
Makes sense.
The vast majority of it, and probably low interest loans to subsidiaries and acquisitions like Resi,
Yeah.
Lounge, and things like that. So they can get it.
That's a good point. Yeah. Hmm. What did Luke say? Luke says, I think more interesting is the new deposit accounts on the business side, and most of us are getting advertisements for the business line of credit. Looks like Amex is growing and trying to control potential abuse on the back end. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. That would make a lot of sense.
It was a great that is also something they've been pushing a lot. I've gotten a lot of targeted mailers. I have 8 Amex cards, and they still want to give me the platinum business. They want gold business. They want me to sign up extra 30,000 points for their business account. Like, yeah, they're pushing. They're using their banking arm to take advantage of the fact that credit card debt is at an all time high.
Hmm.
Like it's crushing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they know what they're doing, but I mean these other spirited attacks about people in the credit card space, I don't think they're isolated.
Hmm.
I don't.
Well, speaking to that too, Woodsy came in a little bit earlier. He said, "Don't forget that bill about limiting interchange fees. With such high credit card debt in America, the bill is being looked at a lot more and is likely to pass in some form. So that would be a prelude to, yeah, American Express obviously making more changes to cut some fat where they can make that difference."
Yeah, because they are the highest one. That's why everybody's always worrying about, hey, carry a Visa or a Mastercard with you because
Hmm.
American Express may not be. accepted. So um, that would definitely put a finger in the wrong place of their business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like I know, every quarter when we have these quarterly earnings for these big companies, when a company comes out and states, "Oh, our revenue has increased, but our net margins have gone down," that is a perfect recipe for a disaster for the stock in the short term. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they don't actually care about the stock price necessarily. But I think into a way they always are beholden to the stock price. Um, the companies can drop much quicker than people assume. Like they think this $130 billion company, we think this is large, but as soon as you see net margins drop for these companies, it's just like kind of like the golden metric. You're seeing companies drop drastically. Look at Tesla. Their margins, I think, went from 30 to like a 20%, a 10% drop. Market cap went from 1.2 trillion down to close to 300 billion. It's like a fourth, cut in fourth. I guess it could be a little bit different. American Express is a little more tight on things, but it's pretty interesting. Hmm.
Hey, Luke just said you guys put all your spend on the Best Western.
Yes. Let's go to the Best Western, baby. Let's do it.
I
Best
might
Western's
put
not
everything.
bad because they offer the free breakfast, and usually you can actually rent out those little conference rooms there for like $100 a day, like very cheap.
Really, I
Yeah.
don't spend on my bill. I might just take a month and just go crazy on the bill.
Hmm.
Yeah, once I travel to one of these cities with built dining, just eat out all the time and just go nuts on that. But yeah, Amex they're unique. They're still my number one bank. They're
I
still
love
my
them.
When I look at an Amex point, I see 6 cents a point.
Mm.
Period. So they're still the most valuable to me. But yeah, they're I mean, who knows? This may entice people to start using their Chase cards more. Who knows?
Never know. I mean, for now, obviously, I'm still gonna stay with my boys over at Amex. They've always treated me very well. Um, and this is no means being, it's stepping away from them. But I like to talk about the weirdness because it's interesting, and we're in this world. It's not enough drama in the credit card world, so I like to bring it up.
I got some drama.
You got some drama?
Yeah, yeah. I always got. Uh, I tell you what, I authored a book one time. It didn't sell well, but I am an expert at how to piss off friends and irritate people.
What? That's
But
great. Dale
I
Carnegie.
recently put
Hmm.
a video out about the Amex Everyday Preferred, right? And how I would suggest it as a card for a beginner. And more than a few people have told me, like, how could you suggest a card with an annual fee to a beginner? How,
Mm.
there are so many better cards out there, and they have reiterated a lot of the stuff that they've heard on YouTube. Other people, oh, of course, the CFU comes up in the conversation, the active cash, and so on and so forth.
Hmm.
And even one person I had to specifically talk to who disagreed with what I said, but then in the points that he made in the comment,
Hmm.
he made what I said make sense. You get what I'm saying? It was to effect, oh, a lot of college people eat out at restaurants. They don't really grocery shop.
Yep.
I just feel like I need to address these points. And, a lot of college people have low spend. So,
Hmm.
like, I don't think you should be referring that to people. And it's like, look, a lot of people don't realize in my experience in this, I have a lot of forward thinking. And I look at people in the space. So you got a college student, right? College student. What do you think when you think college student? No money, going back and forth, class to class, no car,
Hmm.
don't have any money. So okay, what are they eating? They got to eat, you
Top
know.
ramen and tuna.
And college students, right? You'll have college students eating ramen and tuna, right? But they'll have on Air Jordans. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? You have
Hmm.
students like scraping to get McDonald's, and then they're looking up to see if their McDonald's app works on what? On their iPhone. You got college students who are crying broke, but they all have MacBooks, MacBook Pros. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So while they do not make money, they are subsidized, and a lot of college students actually have credit cards given to them by parents,
Mm,
starting a credit card journey. So it's like for me, I use a little forward thinking to suggest that card, especially somebody who wants to a start out and get into a point situation where they could take advantage of Amex offers and things like that and
yeah.
further subsidize their spend. And I didn't realize how many feathers I would ruffle by,
Hmm.
because I said that the card's not an end game card.
Yeah.
It's, but you know what I mean? It does have its uses because I mean, like, I can't use it. You know what I mean? I don't need it.
Right.
Coming up, you also establish your relationship, but like people were a little triggered by that. I mean, and don't get me wrong, no one was rude or anything like that. I think we had great exchanges on it, but I didn't realize I would have to explain so thoroughly where my position was
Yeah.
rooted. But what are your thoughts about that?
So I did watch your video and I did see that comment. I was like, look at this guy. He had like a full he had like three different bullet points. Yeah, talking about how you're how like, yeah, like how dare you suggest a $95 annual fee to college kids if they're spending more than 20 times a month, they're probably financially illiterate, they said. And they're more likely to eat at a restaurants, not grocery shop. And like you said in that comment, you responded, you're like, well, in that case, if you do have that financially illiterate, kid, maybe he is spending 20 times per month, and he's getting that 50% boost on his MR points. I mean, wouldn't that also help on restaurant spend? Wouldn't that give you effective 1.5 points? Like, it's not bad. It's not
There you
bad.
go.
It's not horrible. It's plenty worse things people are buying. Mm.
Yeah. And we're just talking about people eating. I haven't talked about any other stuff. Like, you got college kids. Where do they get the money to go to South Padre Island, to Lake Havasu, to Daytona, PCB?
Yeah,
Where are they for that?
yeah, and that's a whole conversation. Like, the whole stigma of like, oh, broke college kid and top ramen. There's a reason for it. Like go to the grocery store and you can get ramen for. I feel like I'm getting them for. I'm buying them still, 30 cents a 30 cents a cup or 60 cents a cup, something like that. That's pretty good. It's not bad. Um, mm, Even if you don't do the everyday preferred, or Matt Clausen says, even if you don't do the everyday preferred, just do the everyday. If you're that hung up on the everyday preferred, then
Yeah.
the $95 annual fee, problem solved. Sure. Um, so yeah, and isn't it funny though? You never think that would be a contentious point. The everyday preferred. Yeah, it's not like you're suggesting credit one product, like some people we know.
Yeah. But I wasn't expecting it. Like, I read the comment over and over again, and I was like, you know what? I gotta respect the fact that the person made their point,
Yeah.
which I do respect, and that's another thing. And this gets me a little grief too, is that I'm okay with us not agreeing with each other. You know what I mean? No one has to agree with my content. Somebody could be
Mm,
like, you know what, you push the platinum card too much. You travel, I don't travel. I don't want to hear about the platinum card. Well,
yeah.
that's great. You can unsubscribe because I'm going to talk about the platinum card. You get
Hmm.
what I'm saying? There are people who are CSP devotees. There are people who are devoted to the Venture X, and I get it. But I think I actually feel like I enjoyed that comment the most because not only the person not agree with me, he stood on his points. He
Hmm.
let them be known, and I mean, he hasn't responded back, but
Yeah,
I feel we had a respectful exchange about it. I actually like to see some of the differing points of view to see where it is that people will justify the points that they make. Because then I feel like that's when you learn a lot about other people.
for sure. Yeah, and yeah, he was very respectful and cordial and stuff like that. It was good, and everybody's good. And I think I've come to realize this more recently, is that the credit card community is actually way more contentious than I ever thought it would be, and really on the simple fact that I think maybe Ninja brought it up in the Discord. I think he just said, I mean, we know this, right? It's like such a simple sentence, but it really rung true. He's like, well, I mean, credit cards, like anything else, are no one size fits all. Everybody has a different life, so obviously, different choices for which credit card means the most to you. It's, in fact, in the video I put out today. I talked about that. Like life changes. Don't be particularly married to any one issuer or any one card because, like, and the example I gave is I moved from New York to South Carolina. No trains, there's no ferries, there's automobiles, but you know, there's not a lot of things that the green card would help me with down here necessarily. And I have other cards for things. So that, life changes has made that card no longer, where once I could have touted that being a good card. Now I'm like, well, for me, it's not a good card right now. There's plenty of other cards in the world, and comma, that's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay for everyone to have different. You might be a college kid who only goes grocery shopping. I didn't really go to college. I went for 1 year and dropped out, but I was going to the grocery store since I was like 16. I never went out to restaurants because I knew it was overpriced. So
yeah,
the video made sense to me because I could have got some good benefit for that from that.
yeah. I was
Hmm.
just in the city for 2 weeks. That green
Hmm.
card,
Yeah,
um,
I know you love it.
it is beast. I bought many cards. I was here. I was there. They have a rideshare service called Revel, and it's all Teslas.
Oh.
Um, rode for my first time in a Model Y. I like it. I'm actually eyeballing some Model Ys. It's the green card in any metro that has mass transit. Different sections of the city. I would highly suggest it because I mean that
Hmm.
card clutch. I was getting 3x all over the place.
Hmm. And you know what? Truth be told, uh, there was a time I wanted to make the video, but I never did. But it was like the green card, making the case for the green card being one of the most powerful uh, living cards. Because at that time, I was thinking, hey, what if you just lived out of Airbnbs full time? Maybe you didn't want to rent an apartment. It makes a lot of sense. You go to an Airbnb, they cover for the most usually they'll cover the electricity, the water,
Mm,
endless water. That's a big fee right there. It's already furnished. You don't have to worry about furnishing the apartment like most other apartments. And the Amex Green is giving you 3x points per dollar spent on all Airbnb purchases and no contract. It's not like you're not locked into 12 months. You can move around. I thought that was a great, so and that's something when we do eventually go to Italy and Japan, I would like to go stay in an Airbnb for like a month in somewhere in Italy. I think that would be really cool. Or hop around. I might I might actually want to get the green card again for that, but I don't know. We'll see. It's a lot of points that I'd be missing out on if I don't.
it definitely, it definitely has its merits. I gotta say, I got it for the sign up bonus, thinking that okay, I'm gonna get the sign up bonus, but then I got dropped in the city. And I'm like, this card, it can be a beast, and I was actually able to give somebody clear service
Oh,
because I already have it with my platinum, so there's an overlapping call it there. But he was able to get it, and now the card has paid for itself.
wow.
I haven't even used the Lounge Buddy credits, but the card has paid for itself already, and I'm still on track to get, if I haven't already gotten those 60,000 points.
Hmm.
So it's definitely that card has come out from in the shadows. I know Sledge talked about the business version, how it's trash.
Three. Yeah, three trashes.
Let's see what we got here. Let me check the chat here. Targeted. I've got a lot of mailers. Whoa, so, we got a lot of people in here. We got 60 people in here.
Hell yeah, man. We got some good news going on.
Yeah, that's JP Knowledge. We got the JPs in here.
JP.
Matt Clausen, Luke's Points and Miles. Um, he says if he'd had that version of the green card, he would have kept it. Uh,
Hmm.
One Bridge 11 says college provides meal plans and they get money from their parents. Fan
Yeah.
building. Woodsy is in the house. Benj is in the house. Matt Clausen. I think I said Caesar, but I'll say Caesar again. Stan the Credit Frog.
Hey.
John R. Um, Randall Reigns. You got some people I have never even heard of. But I'm happy that everybody.
Yeah, Tyree, Don Kim, Keith, and Ninja just came in hot.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, John R. Man, our conversation was awesome, man. I had a great time yesterday connecting to one of my subscribers. I love it. Um, man, I just like you said, just to speak to the point that you said that the credit card community can get a little contentious, but I tell you what, with a lot of the online communities that I've been a part of, especially when I used to do gaming and so on and so forth, when I was heavy into it, even though there is some contention and there are definitely certain social stratas in the credit card game,
Hmm.
I gotta say this is one of the most cohesive, one of the most supportive, one of the most family-like atmospheres that I've been a part of. It definitely is.
Oh yeah, I could not agree more. There's no, there's no people I want to associate more with than my credit card people for sure. For sure, it's fantastic. I love it. I love it. It seems like it's probably both ends, right? It's like we're really particular about certain things. Like we need to get information right, but also that same energy gets pushed to these live streams, and people want to know. Like we have some Amex news. We want to know about it. I would want to know about it. If I was watching YouTubers, I want to know about stuff that's going on. I like to be aware. It's fun.
Yeah,
I love everybody in here.
yeah. We wait a minute now. Hold on, Mountain.
Whoa,
Hold on, wait.
Mountain Bob, what's going on here? What's he
Yeah,
doing?
I don't know.
You know this guy?
This
You
guy,
know?
he's in rose gold business, and I don't know if I don't know if I'm okay with that. But wait a minute. Looks like here, Keith S says, I just bought a Lucid Touring Edition. I take the
Wow.
0.99 APR for 60 months, free lifetime charge.
Ooh.
Like that. I was actually going to get one of those. I was going to rent one off Turo just to see what it's like. It's supposed to be like direct competition to the Model S,
Yeah.
if not better. So I definitely want to hear more about that, Keith S. If you could reach out to somebody and let us know how much you love and or despise it, we would love to hear that.
Chad, when I come down to Florida, let's go half and rent a Lucid. I'm down.
Done.
Let's do it. I would love to. Free lifetime charging. That's pretty cool. Do they have a partnership with Electrify America? I'm
Lucid.
not sure.
I know you can charge at them because Electrify America is in Walmart, and I saw one when I was charging another car that I had at
Hmm.
Walmart. So
Oh,
I think they can yeah, I think they can do that. But the fact free charging, I'm with that.
it's not bad, and it makes sense. I mean, Tesla did that in the beginning, and then it was free supercharging for the lifetime of the vehicle, and then they went to a year of it, 3 months, and now nothing. you know.
No, they have the
Uh,
lifetime. That's just,
hmm?
I think on the S's and the X's they're back to lifetime. Because I
Hmm.
know with the S they got lifetime, and then when they introduced the three and the Y are always pay per use, and then for a little
Yeah.
bit, S's and the X's were pay for use,
Hmm.
and back to lifetime. He always switched.
Interesting.
Like the referrals went away for a while, and now they're back, and you get like credits now
Yes.
if you refer, and then you can trade said credits in for supercharging miles.
Hmm. Yeah, I've been thinking about putting posts out there like, hey, get a few grand off your Model Y. Use my link. That'd be cool.
Had some people clean up. I know of people in the Tesla community that have actually miles expired because they
Yeah.
had referrals. Obviously, they move in a different strata of friends than I do, but they had
Yeah.
some referrals that their miles expired. They
Hmm.
couldn't charge and use them up and use them enough.
No.
I mean, who knows? Let's see here. What do we have? Okay, there's the CJ once
Yeah.
gold was brought up, and where's CJ and Luke's points to Miles says he's busy doing bicep curls.
That's all he cares about. That's all. Look at CJ. He all he cares about is doing bicep curls and looking at his rose gold. Is he
Hey,
really? Is he? How jacked is he really in person? He's pretty jacked.
I honestly, I wouldn't call him Jack, but he's in great shape.
Oh, really?
Great, he's definitely in great shape. He can you can tell the guy can hang a suit. You know what I mean? Um, not giving up any bromance guy crush things here, but yeah, he's in good shape. Super nice guy, and
Yeah.
much taller than I expected. And
Hmm.
yeah, he's a good guy.
Hmm.
CJ's a good because he only lives an hour away from me. We're only an hour away.
Oh, gotcha. Hmm.
Yeah, quick drive up 95, and we're right there. Sledge is about 2 hours and change away from me.
Hmm.
I'm not aware of any other Florida creators, but I know us three are there. I feel like I'm missing something.
Well, Richie, but
Richie is
yeah.
minutes away from me. He's across town.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. Richie's there. Yeah.
Hmm. Lucid Touring starts at 107K. Mountain Bob says, "I'm good." LOL. Yeah, that's a car, man. That's a pretty crazy car.
Yeah, it's something. It is definitely something, man. That's I'm interested in it though. I think it has great styling. I just haven't been in one.
Hmm.
It says here I've got the same rate on my Leaf. I don't know what increased insurance costs with Lucid, but much less on a new unproven brand.
Hmm.
Fan is close to him. That is wild, man. Speaking of Fanta and Stan, when I was out in California, and I'm coming back to California, I
Hmm.
think I'm back in August. But I was like, I was in Orange County. Then I went back when I went on that trip to Vegas. Drove all through San Bernardino County, and Fanta said I drove like literally right by his house,
Hmm.
making my way to Vegas. Um, that's wild how people are so close. It's like you talk online, not
Hmm.
realizing it's like you're back to back in a cafe talking to one another. Not,
Yeah.
if you just turn around, the person's right in front of you.
Yeah. Although not where I'm from. Apparently, nobody's in South Carolina. Nobody. Mm,
Nobody.
not that I know of. Mm.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. DC Gemini. Hey, what's going on, DC? I don't think I ever saw you in a live chat. I only seen the comments. He said, I haven't been able to refer people to my Amex cards for almost 1.5 years. Bless you, Chad. Bless you, Chad.
thank you.
So 1.5 years, he hasn't been able to refer people to his Amex cards. Now that's crazy. Why?
Yeah, that one I can't explain that one. I got that one.
Yeah, man, I would love to know. Somebody who works at Amex, like, why? Why'd they take my Amex Gold away 6 months ago?
We need to get an inside, man. I've been watching those Instagram things like, oh, you can make $22 an hour being a Amex virtual assistant that I
Oh,
want actually doing.
yeah.
And I figure if we get an inside man, they can get their hands on some stuff, you know, pass it through a couple of intermediaries so we could be in the know. The funny
Hmm.
thing, my cousin, they used to do project management for Chase,
Oh,
and wasn't in the credit card community then, or else I would be pumping her for information. But she's since left Chase, and now she's with Microsoft. So
oh,
that's
wow.
not.
Hmm.
But Chase took care of her. She has a CSR. She loves it.
Hmm.
Chase took care of her.
Wow.
Uh, here, Billy's asked, "Where is the credit card meetup in September?" Okay, everybody's already started answering that it's in Vegas. And also, Billy, remember we that will be Memorial Day weekend, so don't show up at the wrong time in Vegas.
Yeah, September 2nd. September.
Also, I got a job that next time I'm going to be in California, it runs right up to that weekend. So I may actually have to leave California, come back to Florida to catch my flight from Florida back to Vegas.
Oh my
It,
God.
I
Oh Lord.
I don't know. I don't know how it is that I live this life that I live.
Yeah, you got too much going on.
Yeah.
uh,
So
hmm.
still trying to work all of that out.
Tyree says, I can't wait to see the videos that come from the credit card meetup. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. I'm gonna try to record as much as possible, put a nice little montage together, meeting people and stuff. I like
I'm
that.
live slurring my words, introducing people.
You just gonna be
Yeah, I made a couple of videos come out from that meetup that are not able to be monetized because
yeah.
I'm gonna be saying bad words.
You're gonna try to stab people with your Amex Platinum. Like, come here, let me try. Come on. It's like what? What
um,
happens in Vegas? John says. Hmm.
like if we have a bunch of people, like I want to see like if people do what I do, like if we're gonna be surreptitiously looking at what credit card people pull out to pay for things,
Of course.
start conversations as far as that's concerned. Like, hey there, killer, you sure you want to use that platinum? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I don't know if I'm the only one who does it. Like when I'm in the supermarket, when I'm at restaurants, when I'm out and about, and people pull out their credit card, I kind of like I'm kind of like peeking over there to say what they got going on over there, and it
Yeah.
always hurts to see a debit card.
So
Oh,
you'll look over the shoulder and stuff.
yeah, I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you do that? I mean, I don't know if that's just me. Maybe I'm a weirdo.
Uh, I can't say I find myself in situations where actually I can look at someone's card when they pay, because I usually just do self checkout and I'm just kind of tunnel vision there. I will say though, I will notice it. I was with some actually some real estate clients, and they were like, "Oh, you helped me out all day. Come, let me get you some tropical grill." So I was like, "All right, fine." So we went, and he pulled out a platinum card for tropical grill. I was like, "What are you doing, man?" He's like, I was like, I was like, "You don't know this about me yet, because I'm just a real estate guy, but you know, this is my life too. Credit cards are my life. What do you do with that platinum?" And lo and behold, he just got in the game. Makes a lot of money, but he just got into it and he's trying to learn. He went to actually applied for the gold. He tried to use my link, but it wasn't the highest offer. So I said, just get the highest offer. Use someone else's link, and then he did. So after we spoke, I got him into the gold, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's good. He uses it all the time now." But yeah, I was peering over. I was like, "You got a platinum right there? What are you doing, man?"
Like it, like because me, since I have like so many humans that live in my house and they all just eat so much. Like
Yeah.
when I'm at the grocery store, I'm not doing self checkout. No, I'm
Hmm.
trying to earn their money. We're a Publix family. We're going to
Yeah.
Publix.
Yeah.
I'm over and I'm seeing like Wells Fargo debit cards, uh, platinum cards. I'm just like, geez, like cash. It's like if you just pay for your groceries, you're leaving all these points on the table. You're killing me here.
Hmm. At least a nice cashback card. Come on, make that
Oh,
money.
cashback card. I want to
Hmm.
get on this. I was doing some research about potentially doing another video about a card that I do not hear a lot about, but is actually a really good card.
Hmm.
Or as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'm team travel. I am not team cashback. But here's the card that I was thinking of, and I want to get your opinions on it. The AAA Cashback Visa Signature Card. Now,
Hmm.
I've never heard Proud Money talk about this, but it's 3% back, cash back, everyday spending on grocery stores, gas stations, and dining, 2% on AAA travel and insurance, and 1% on everything else. So now, in addition to that, they have an intro offer to get a $100 statement credit after spending $1,500 in the first 90 days, plus that 2% AAA travel and insurance multiplier is actually doubled for the first 6 months up to $6,000
Wait, the cashback is doubled? You just said?
just in the 2%
Uh.
triple A purchases. Like you can use the card for your membership, you can use the card for travel and insurance.
Hmm.
Because I've looked through the AAA travel portal before, and they got some nice destinations there.
Yeah.
But if you use the card, you will get 4% back, up to a total of $6,000 for the first 6 months. I'm looking at the card. It has no annual fee,
Hmm.
no foreign transaction. You have emergency travel assistance. It has CDW, although it is secondary.
Hmm.
Uh, I think it's a solid card. To be honest with you, I just figured I'd throw that into the sprinkle that into the sauce.
Does it does it come with a membership towards AAA or just discounted at all?
Just you can
Uh,
pay for your
get
and
the
you don't have
points.
to be a member to get the card.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Because I am a A member. It's
I,
interesting. Are you advocating for this to be like another, just kind of, well, not necessarily. It's kind of, yeah, it's a catch-all card, right? Well, no, 2% on the membership fee or anything AA related, the travel portal, etc. Um, but it's 3x. It's 3% on grocery, dining, and gas.
mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
Is the gas station thing jumped out at me because 3% is respectable for a no annual fee card with no limit on what you can earn.
Yeah, that's true. Hmm, that's not bad.
That's what jumped out at me. Plus 3% under grocery and dining puts it right under the gold card, which is only at 4. I think it's a good card. Might be a card worth looking at, and it's a Visa signature. And speaking of that,
Oh.
that segued into my research. I'm going to be doing a video on the levels of Visa. I get a lot of questions on it, like traditional Visa versus Visa signature and Visa.
Hmm.
So I figured I'll expound on that. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on that card.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you say, seems interesting. Um, for someone like if I just had my first few cards, yeah, I'd probably have that in my arsenal. I don't see why not. I wonder if you can use the cashback towards the travel portal as well.
Um, I have no
Probably
idea.
not.
I have
But
no idea. Looks like here Keith S is asking, why don't YouTubers talk about airline and credit card shopping portals? Free miles points they sometimes stack. Um,
hmm.
I've actually been requested to talk about Delta Dining, which I've been using, and it's pretty awesome. I just haven't put the video together yet. I actually use a couple of dining portals stacked on one another, like my built dining. I got the 11X for I did a built dining restaurant while I was in Brooklyn. So
Hmm.
I the 6X because it was July 1st. I got the 6X plus the 5X for built dining, and then in addition to that, I've noticed that Marriott dining and Delta dining actually, do overlap with some restaurants in my local area.
Hmm.
And problem is, and Luke just hit the nail on the head because it took me too long to get to the point, as some of those companion dining shopping portals, they don't stack with Rakuten like
Hmm.
competition. So it's like people would rather get the MR points if it's available, but if you don't have that, you can actually dine at one restaurant, end up getting your MR points from the card that you use because it's registered. Then you get Delta points from that same restaurant, plus you get Marriott points depending on how much you spend. So it can actually be pretty lucrative.
Hmm. Powerful.
So figured I would just, throw that one out there.
Yeah. I just think why some people don't talk about it is just like, at least for myself, I haven't talked about it because I never really used them. Like when I say I spend so little on those little things, it's true. So I never even used Rakuten. I just never used it. I don't know. I should, but I just never did.
You don't use Rakuten?
No.
What?
Also, I thought I can't. Don't you need a desktop for it? I don't.
No,
I don't know if you can, if you need or not, but I never used it.
no, 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 sir. No,
Oh
sir.
no! Here's the intervention. Oh god, here
Oh,
we go. I shouldn't have said it.
there's a table and there's money on the table, and you're leaving said money on the table.
But
You have
what do they have that will offer me?
look. The
What does
fact is,
Rakuten have? I don't buy
here,
Jordans.
well, no one buys them. They're silly. But what
Okay.
I'm saying, right? They have these elevated sign up times, right? You
Hmm.
use somebody referral, and all you have to do is make a $30 purchase, $40 purchase, one time. You don't have to do like like you see how you book the Hilton vacations because your app will actually work on the phone as well
Hmm.
as an app. Once you Keith says
Unsubbed.
unsubbed.
That's what canceled me. Everything I've said, Rakuten
No,
cancels me.
that it's like I booked the Hilton Lake Como for my trip, and I paid cash for it because the Hilton points were crazy.
Hmm.
But Rakuten did an add-on 2.5% for that booking. So 2.5% of that is going to be returned to me as Amex points. So it's a great way for me to use my Hilton card, earn Hilton and Amex points at the same time. You've got to get on. You've got to use someone's referral link. Get on Rakuten
Hmm.
and just make a purchase. Because once you do it, your first purchase they return $30 worth back to you in MR points. So you get 3,000 MR points because they value them at a penny a point. And
Hmm.
then, in addition to all of that, the other person gets it too. Yeah, we get. Oh my God, no, God, you gotta use Rakuten, Anthony.
You have to understand, like when I say it every single live stream, you need to understand. There is not one thing that I buy that is not stuff at Food Lion. There's not one thing I'm going out and buy. If it's not supercharging, if it's not Food Lion, there's just no spending. She could probably use it. My fiance should probably use a little extra, but
How
there's
about
just no.
right? You're a real
Huh?
estate. You're a YouTuber. Do you archive your videos? Get a hard drive.
I don't. I don't archive. I just, I'm supposed to archive. I just keep them on YouTube. I keep them
Oh,
in the cloud.
well, I'm old, so I don't know how that's.
Mm.
So I have multiple
Well,
drives.
I pay for the extra cloud storage. I don't know. I don't know if that means anything though. Hmm. I don't know. I have, I need to do my research on rackets. I think I do. No one's ever, taken me and told me, you know, this is what you have to like. You have to use. I never watched the video. I don't know. I guess I have to get it. I can't believe you don't use it. This is the most controversial thing. I've kept it under wraps, but I figured I have to let people know now. Rakuten, at least for Saks Fifth credit. Oh, that makes sense. I do use that. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
do
I use
use Saks.
my tax credit. Like buzz here. I mean, hopefully this conversation will let all the grays fall up. But I mean, like I'm losing hair here. Like, what are you
Sorry.
doing?
I'm sorry. I know. Huge offense. Huge. Stan said, Anthony, Tony, tell everyone how you edit your videos when you first started. I used nothing but my friggin' iPhone. Stonk guy. I used my iPhone. That was it. That was it.
Hey, me too. I used InstaShot.
Did you really?
I
Not
used
bad.
when I first started. I edited every single one of my videos on my iPhone until I found out InstaShot had a iPad app, and I stole my kid's iPad and started editing on those. But I
Hmm.
used to edit everything right on my cell phone. That was it.
Wow.
All the 20 minutes were all edited on an iPhone 12, some such business, and on InstaShot is where I created the um the original thumbnails.
Really? Wow. Huh. So we're unique then. Me and you, we're in this together because everybody in the community attacked me. Stan, Calby, CJ. They were like, "I can't believe you're only using your phone. Like this is ridiculous." And I did it. And,
Yours,
it's
mine, like I
uh,
was only phone. Yours probably looked like something better, but mine actually looked like I was using my.
oh my god. Stan said I couldn't even imagine editing on just an iPhone. I would quit YouTube. I did it. I did it up until 1,000 subs, and then I actually got gifted my iPad for my fiance, and now I just use it for everything. I love it.
You were editing on your phone up to 1,000 subs.
Hell yeah! I was sitting there just like this. I was like, let me just put that in there.
You know what? It's that you say that because I was editing on my phone and iPad up to probably around five to 700. Now that I
Hmm.
think, because that's when I discovered DaVinci. Because I was looking at
Uh,
programs, I didn't know what I was doing, and then DaVinci. One night, I was at work, I was doing nothing, and I decided I'm gonna figure out how to edit a video. And now I exclusively
yeah.
DaVinci Resolve on my PC. I even use it on my Mac Mini at home. I don't even use Final Cut Pro, but
Wow.
that's crazy.
That's fairly complicated, Da Vinci. I've looked at it before, but I couldn't understand it.
Oh, I only do like three or four things. That's why my videos aren't, exactly editing masterpiece,
Oh my
but
god.
it's enough to get me through.
Uh, Caesar says, I always assume that every YouTuber in the card game have a Rakuten account. Ah, I probably should. And you know that's why today's video, I'd like for you to watch it, Chad, because it almost was like a credit card confessions video where it was like, yeah, this has turned into credit card YouTuber confessions. I don't know. I live a simple life. I go Amex Gold, use the Amex Gold for everything, and that's it. I use my built curve combo now.
Shame, shame,
Shame. No.
shame, shame, shame.
Oh no. All right,
Come on.
all right. I'll promise everybody, all the 60 people that are in here, I will not today because life's busy, but tomorrow I will set up a Rakuten account. I'll make a calendar notice.
Use a referral. Grab a Rakuten account. I don't care where you get the referral from. Use a referral. Maybe from one of those college students that has an Amex Everyday Preferred.
Maybe them, right?
Get a Rakuten.
I'll set it up.
Yeah, I need you to do this. I need you to do it for me.
You know,
Do it
I
for the,
think I think I went on it once, and like the UI. I just didn't like it. I think I just looked at the the interface, and I was like, oh, it looks a little funky. I was like, I couldn't figure it out at first. I think I tried to click on something. I was like, well, how did it add? I don't know. So I'll use Chad's referral. Yeah, Chad's turned me on to it. I'll use Chad's. Oh, you're on there right now.
yeah, of course I am. Come on now.
Send me a referral. I'll do it.
Send you a referral.
I'm hip to learning every now and again. I mean,
All right, I'll text it to you when we get off here.
okay, that's so funny.
Yeah,
Oh
I'll text
Lord,
it to you. But like, oh, okay. Oh God. Oh Jesus.
I love it.
Okay.
We always start off very serious, and then we devolve into debauchery.
Everything just turns into chaos, and then sometimes what they'll have is they'll have 2 and 3x cash back.
Hmm.
What you call like you can use a lot of this stuff. It's just good. What Tito?
Ooh, Tito, my man Tito.
Okay, so if Anthony's going to use my referral when he sets up his account, Tito, you now have to use his referral.
Oh no, we have to set up an endless line of people signing up. Ninja said, Chad, wait to send the referral for when the $40 referral comes up, so you both get an elevated offer.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah. We'll do it like that.
Okay, I'm down for it. And Keith said we need a video of you signing up for Rackets and video, or it didn't happen. You know what? Well, there's a lot of personal information, right? Could I do it live?
I probably, if you did it live, I would have it facing you, and then probably just show the confirmation.
Hmm.
Beyond that, because I signed up for it. I've had Rakuten since 2012.
Oh my god.
Bro, I'm old. You know,
I didn't know they were around for that long.
well, before they were Ebates, right? Okay, story time.
Let's
In
hear it.
my in my credit,
Comfortable.
right, I've
Hmm.
had cards that I call dead cards. So initially, I got an Ebates Visa card because I was
Hmm.
like, oh yeah, there might be something to this cashback thing, but when am I ever going to use credit cards for everything? That's so stupid. This is 2012 Chad, who was dumb and had more hair. So I used that. That was the Ebates card, and then they had their little portal, and you could use stuff for there, but I didn't really keep up with it. Then they had another iteration of the Ebates card. So first it was a black card with yellow Ebates on it. Then it went to a purple card, and then Rakuten took over Ebates.
Hmm.
Then it was a Rakuten card. So
Wow.
with Rakuten card, initially it was 3% on purchases through Rakuten, which you could also then stack. And then just in September of 2022, Rakuten did away with their Rakuten Visa card.
Hmm.
So I was gonna shoot like a little funeral and stuff like that, but my wife couldn't mail me the cards because I was in Ohio working, and I didn't realize they were gonna do that. I was gonna shoot a little video because I have all the cards. As a matter of fact, do I have these? Because they were like bag. I got a lot going on in my life. Please, you guys don't mind me. I got a lot going on in here. no,
What's in the
don't
bag?
have
What's
that.
in the bag, Chad?
I was gonna see like I'm obsessed with credit cards and like I have an unholy addiction. I thought I had it. I don't have it. I thought I did. But yeah, for a minute when I finally did get the cards, they were just sitting in my book bag. But it was a pretty decent card. It was
Hmm.
actually a really decent card. Then they killed
Hmm.
it in September. They weren't supporting it anymore. But yeah, Rakuten, you kind of got to get on that.
All right, all right. I'll do it.
I'm awesome bully you into it.
Listen, I know when I'm wrong. All right, I can admit my mistakes. I can tell. I get it. All right, I have an angry mob attacking me for not using Rakuten. I get it. I'll succumb, but if I don't like it, but how about another stipulation? What if I can't find a use for it within like 3 months or 6 months? Then can I, you know, say I can't use it?
I think you can find a use for it.
All right. If you're saying this, I didn't know there was hotels and stuff. That's great. That I'm gonna do.
I think you can definitely find a use for it because here, like on the Rakuten site, at least 3 to 6 months, they will have a 15% back Saks Fifth Avenue thing.
That's true. All
Like
right.
they have StubHub, GameStop. Let me see here. I'm
StubHub.
on
Hmm.
here
Oh, I could use some StubHub.
now. Even on the app, they have app exclusive discounts where you can actually use it to scan when you go and you on the app. Okay, let me dial that back. On the app, you can actually load cards that you are going to use so that automatically, if you use them at an in store Rakuten vendor, you'll automatically get the points back.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like even Caesar saying it's eBay purchases 1%. So, like,
Oh. He's
we
saying
have here
D2. It says maybe Office Depot for some real estate. I go to Office Depot. I got one near me. Okay.
this Office Depot and Office Max 2% online. Let's look here.
So you get the 2% back in is it? You said MR points or cashback?
It can be either or. If you do cashback, they will actually send you a hard check in the mail. If you are an Amex MR member earning card member owner yada yada yada, if you do that, they'll give you your MR points. Now they normally pay out in May and November, so you can build up a little cash of them, and then they'll get cut to you in those months.
Huh. Interesting.
And if you go to Office Max, we got to get you one of these.
What is that? Oh wait, I got the chat. Sorry, the chat's gonna go away. Wait 1 second, and it's fading. It's fading. There we go. Oh, the chasing. Oh yeah. Well, I tried to get the unlimited actually, but it got denied. 524. I live within the rules still, I guess. Oh, check can be sent to PayPal balance. That's cool.
Yeah, you got options.
All right, fine. I mean, even Woodsy's saying, oh no, JP Knowledge is saying, Anthony, you will get tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of more points using Rakuten. Wow, wow, you guys are opening up a whole world for me. This is crazy. This is wild. Hmm.
Oh yeah, you know what? And JP Knowledge, let me speak on him. That guy's been putting out some bangers lately. Have you seen his recent stuff?
I noticed some Amex content. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been putting out some bangers. I really liked his he did I think a trip to Japan on JAL Airlines and man, it was good. He's been putting out some good stuff with
Oh, yes, I
art
wanted to
and
watch that. I favorited it to watch at some point. Hmm.
yeah, you definitely want to have a look at that. That's I mean, just saying, he's been putting out some stuff. I
Hmm.
uh I can definitely Ninja says I can appreciate that JP Knowledge speaks fast in his videos. He's someone I don't watch on 1.25x. Hey, you know what? I can appreciate that as well because I talk kind of slow in my videos, so I'm sure people are watching me at 4x if they can deal with it because I don't do scripts, so everything's off the cuff on my videos.
Yeah, JP is pretty impressive because I watch a video and I try to see how long he talks before there's a cut. Or JP, how long you talk before there's a cut, and I'm like, man, he just goes. Once it seems like when the camera's on, he just goes. There's sometimes a long time where he's just talking really fast and no cuts whatsoever. I'm like, it's impressive.
Yeah, he's hitting point by point. Looks like Matt had to slide, so take it easy, Matt. Be safe.
See you,
And
Matt.
forget your comment. Next time I'm in New York, I actually gotta hit up a couple of New York creators beforehand because I wanted to see everybody, but I was working 12 hours a day every day, so I couldn't make it out.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Man, this is awesome. It's always good when we get to do these things. It's just I'm not wrapped in a Tesla like you are, so I
Well, it's
our
because you use rackets in. That's why. You know. Okay, good. I don't even know what that means.
our talks are epic. This is awesome, man. This is a bunch of people are here. Hey, you guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, man. You guys show Anthony some love because we're trying to see him at the Frying Pan Hotel at
Oof.
here. I mean, I'm not going, but and I mean, I'll be there with you in spirit, brother. But I will not be.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm excited for that. If we hit 10K subs, I'm excited for it. We'll see. We'll definitely get some crazy content out of that. JP says, and of course, in the pinned comment of this live stream, Chad's channel, um, go subscribe if you're not already. But JP says, did you need a trick to get your referral links back? So I think it was you who wrote that earlier. I did notice it, but I couldn't read it out. You said something like use the old referral link; it still works. But that was the issue. I did use my old. Uh, I looked at my own referral link and it broken. It was like the red comes up. It says an error has occurred. So I can't even look at it myself. So I'm not sure. I don't know how I can get any referral links back.
That's odd.
Hmm.
But hey, man, it is 5:45 here in sunny South Texas. And I actually have to call my little money minute for her birthday. The young lady, my eldest daughter, who does all the intros for my videos, has turned 9 today. She's on cloud 9. So I gotta actually jump off and FaceTime with her. And but man, this is awesome, man, because I gotta FaceTime with her before I go to work as well.
Chad, we got to hold up before you go. We got to do a happy birthday in the chat. Happy birthday to Little Minute. What are you calling her?
My little minute. One of my
Mini Minute.
cost me all my money.
Oh my god! Put that in the chat. The happy birthday, Mini Minute.
Also, matter of fact, she love that.
Hmm.
I'll let her know that the YouTube community said happy birthday. She loves this YouTube stuff. She wants to start a family channel of
The
her and her
minutes.
brothers. Yeah, yeah. Wants to start that. So
That's great.
I'll send a fund for a gift, Chad. I don't know if my Cash App is like will it get this thing struck? my my Cash App name?
It should be fine. No, it's fine.
Cash App is my name that I use on Call of Duty. Is Sweet Dick Jones. But
Oh Lord!
wait, hold on.
Who the hell is Sweet Dick Jones, man?
it's it's Dick with a Q, so it's not an actual word. So that way everybody can say it.
That's
Is
pronounced Deek.
Sweet okay.
Okay. Oh,
Dan coming in hot, man.
oh,
Oh,
Stan, appreciate you, man.
brothers have the same birthday.
We'll
Awesome,
send that.
bro.
We'll send that over to Mini Minute. I gotta get your. I'll get your Cash App too, Mister Jones.
Yeah, man. Sweet Dick Jones. It's my name for years.
That's great. That's funny. Man, whoever's got freaking Call of Duty or gamer tag, throw that in the chat. Mine was Warlord 444.
Warlord 444. Yeah, I'm on PlayStation Network. If you add me, Sweet Dick Jones, all one word.
Oh
SWE.
my! You're probably screaming at people in the comments. I mean,
Yeah.
in the on the chat.
Oh yeah. I'm I'm a beast too.
Jesus, that is so funny. Oh
You see the kind
man,
of stuff we learn about each other in the middle of a live stream?
yes. You never know. Yeah, man, we got to make this more regular for sure. This is great, whether we got drama or not.
Yeah, man. I think, and by the attendance, I could tell everybody is really enjoying this, man. I
Hmm.
appreciate you guys, but I'm gonna head out. Gotta call the munchkin and then grab up the wife, and we're going in to work. We're going in hot.
Well, I appreciate everybody for being here. Chad, I appreciate you being here for this another drop in. And yeah, it was great, man. I always love doing these with you and everybody in the chat and stuff. It's always a good time. Hmm.
Absolutely, and remember, if you don't have Rakuten, you make YouTube videos. Shame.
No,
Shame. I
I'll
just want
fix it.
to know, for business inquiries and to bully Anthony about joining Rakuten, you can feel free to go to his about page on his YouTube channel.
Oh my god.
Then email. Please contact him on socials. And
Oh no.
homage to Luke. If you stuck around to the end, I appreciate you.
A bunch of emails. How
Smiles
dare
got
you? That's great. I hope I get emails saying you're a devil. Devil in disguise. Doesn't use Rakuten. What a loser. That's what I want. I want those emails. That's great. Oh no, I lost Chad. Well,
okay. My bad. The wife was calling
there you go.
while I was on there.
Go
Uh,
go get your mini minute.
all right, and I put my gamer tag in the chat. Am I
Cool.
frozen? Can you hear me?
You're black screen, but
But can
I
you
could
hear me?
I could hear you. Yeah.
All right, awesome. All right, well, that is definitely. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. Thank you, Anthony, for letting me come onto your channel. It's always an absolute pleasure. You can call on me at any time whatsoever. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for taking time out.
Thank you, and thank everybody. Enjoy. Have a fun Sunday. Have fun.
All right, take it easy.
See you guys.